I was looking for the red light to flash. I forgot I put this in stealth mode. I'm sitting on the side of the road on Castle Hot Springs Road in Morristown, Arizona, waiting for my buddy Chris Phillips, who I say is my brother from another mother. He's from New York, as well as I am. And I thought while I was sitting here, I would just do a little review of the inside of my cab here. I don't have anything better to do. So, anyways, here's what we got in the cockpit of my Jeep. We've got a CB radio, which I've pretty much weaned everybody off of. We've gone to what we call a GMRS radio, which is this right here, and it's almost like a kind of ham radio. Gets a lot better reception, and you do have to have a license to operate it. But all the Jeep clubs are pretty much going to that now. Even like Jeep Jamboree and Jeep Safari and all that, they all have the GMRS radios now instead of CB radios. We always had a lot of problems with the CB radios. Everybody's antennas were always out of tune, or they'd have a loose wire or bad ground. With these little handhelds, they're pretty much bulletproof. And then I've got my handheld GPS up here that I've just started using again. I went through and read it and found out how to use it properly. And it shows that I'm 11.1 miles from my destination. And this is where I'm at right now. It's the GPS coordinates. This is what time it is. And this shows that I'm plugged in. And that's the direction that I'll be traveling to where we're going. We're going to a place this morning called Big Reef Mill. And there's a small little area there that looks like it used to be, well, it's a cement slab now. It used to be probably a sentry station or a guard station going to the mill. And it looked like there was, on Google Earth, it looked like there was a little cement pad just a little bit a ways from it. I'm thinking it may have been like a restroom for the sentry or whatever. And Chris Phillips wanted to do some metal detecting, and I've got a metal detector. I haven't used it in a long time. So I thought, well, maybe just the two of us could go up there, and that might be a good place to metal detect around that area there. See if maybe the sentry dropped any money on his way to the restroom or something. I don't know. And then I've got this Garmin GPS here. This is my vehicle GPS. It gives me step-by-step directions on where I'm going. Tells me when to turn and what the street is, and gives me a lot of great information. But once I leave the vehicle, this little handheld will take me right to where I'm going. It's really good for finding like geocaches and stuff. And then I've got my forward-facing dash cam, which is on a loop. So about every 5 hours, it'll start to record over what was already in there. So I just leave it on. Typically at around lunchtime, I'll take out the SD card that's in the side here, and I'll put in a fresh one. That way I can record like, I don't know, 8-10 hours of video and not overlap any of it. So I can record a whole trip that I do. If I leave at 8 or 9 in the morning and don't get home till 4 or 5 in the evening, I'll have a solid stream of video. And I have it set up so it takes 1-minute clips. So when I stick it in the SD card into my computer, I see 100 1-minute clips. So what I do is I keep track of them on a little notebook here. I write down whenever I see something interesting. If a javelina runs across the road in front of me or something at 10:02 a.m., I write down 10:02 a.m., and then when I go back to my computer and stick this SD card in there, I can just scroll through to the video that's earmarked 10:02 a.m. The videos actually record the time and the GPS location of where it is at the time. And I can crop that out when I do videos. If I do a video someplace and I don't want everybody to know where it is, I can crop out that little piece of GPS coordinate information. What else have I got? I got a package of my cards here that I can stick on windshields of Jeeps in parking lots if they look like they might fit into our group real well. I also have another dash cam like this mounted on my spare tire. I don't know if you can see it or not back through the back window. My spare tire carrier has got a dash cam mounted back there, and I can turn that on right here with this switch. Powers it up. I ran some wires back there and mounted a USB port. Speaking of USB ports, used to be when I got this Jeep, everything was 12 volt cigarette lighter adapter things, and now everything's USB port. So I had a cigarette lighter attachment that I wired up over there. Now that everything's USB ports, I got an adapter that goes into that, and I can plug my GPS and my dash cam and whatever else is USB into that. And that I've got wired up so whenever the Jeep is on, it's hot. So let's see, and then I've got, what else I've got? Oh, this temperature sensor back there on my spare tire cover in the back. This dash on the Jeep doesn't tell me what the temperature is, so I got this thing and mounted it. Right now it's 79 degrees outside. It's 81 in here. Yeah, this roof gets a little hot up here sometimes. So anyways, I know what the temperature is. And my keys. I was out on a run once and I pulled into a parking lot to air my tires back up, and my keys were missing. The Jeep's running and I didn't have any keys in the ignition. I don't know if you can see it over here or not, but the key that I had, I don't think this one does it. Oh, yeah, it does. Can just wiggle right out and fall. So what I've done is I've made a key fob with a little gap on the end of this weighted thing, and I stick it over there. So now if the key falls out, I don't lose it. Because when it fell out that other time, I thought, oh my God, I've lost the key out on the trail somewhere, and I'm in real trouble. But ended up it was only on the floor, so I found it. But this takes care of that problem now. If my key wiggles out, I don't lose it. And I've got a stick shift in here. I like being able to be the one who decides what gear I'm in, not have the automatic transmission. I carry my camera over here on the seat, and a cooler with a bunch of waters and lunch and snacks. Let's see, what else have I got? I got hand bars and hand grabs, and a map light up here if I need to read a map, but nobody reads maps anymore. Up there I have tucked away a flashlight, and then I also have up above it, I have a what do you call it, the thing you put in the windshield to keep the sun out. Over here I have it's actually a cell phone holder. I got that back when all the cell phones were flip phones. Flip phones fit in there, but the new smartphones and stuff don't fit. And I still got it up there anyways. That's my flashlight in there. Oh, this is my walking stick. I just have it strapped up out of the way. On my walking stick, I've got this Leatherman, which has the pliers on it, so I can pull cactus barbs out of my leg when they accidentally get me. Today I've got my metal detector back there. I carry my chair back there. I need a place to sit when I get places. I do have my rear seat in. It comes out real easily. It goes in real easily, but last time I put it in, I thought I'll just leave it in there. You can see I got a 5-gallon gas can back there. That's for emergencies, just so I don't have to worry when I start getting low. I figure, well, even if I do run out, I'm okay. I got more on the back. And that's probably just about it. Be interesting to see if this video did any good, though. So anyways, that's it. Oh, and this is where I mount my GoPro, so that, well, I'll show you. I'll put it back here. And then I have it mounted in this little mount here. This is the view that you get. So if I have a passenger over here, I can turn this on and pick up any conversation that we're having. It's a lot of fun when Paul is riding with me and I'm about to go up a steep hill or down a steep hill or do something crazy. She's going, "Oh my God, you're going to do that." And so I record all kinds of funny stuff, her reactions. And so that's a little tour of the inside of my Jeep. Well, you may have noticed I have a garage door opener on my, just below my dash cam, if you're wondering what that was, but I think everybody knows a garage door opener when they see it. So I'm still waiting for Chris. It's 9:17. He's supposed to be here at 9:30, so I guess I'll just turn my air conditioner back on and wait for him to pull up. There may be more later.